You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob, and they just dropped the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer, Rise of Skywalker. We're going to check it out. Let's see what this is all about. So, here we go. We'll put the volume down a little bit. All right, let's see what this is all about. I was gonna say any minute now. I was like, what is this? Okay. Is this a trailer or a recap of all the movies? Just saying. We've seen all this. We've seen all this. We've seen all this. What's going on here? How much time? How long is this trailer? 2 minutes and 33 seconds?
We've passed on all we know.
Okay.
1,000 generations.
I understand what they're trying to do, but people who are going to want to see a trailer, they're not going to want to see all the stuff they've seen already. They want to see the new stuff. Okay. All right.
This is your fight.
How long? I mean, we're still looking at old footage. All right. We've seen all this again. All right, now comes the new stuff. So almost halfway through the trailer and we're now getting new footage. So not a good start in my opinion. Well, that looks cool. That looks ridiculous. That looks just ridiculous. Okay.
Your journey.
Finally a big showdown between the two.
Yes, it's in.
Now I hear Darth Vader's breath. Oh, that's what they were talking about. I have a feeling that's just like a dream sequence or something. I don't think either that or they're going to do a big shift at the end of the movie where she's going to turn Sith and perhaps Kylo's going to turn to the light side. They're going to do a switcheroo. I mean, it's got to be a long movie to be able to do that. You know what I mean? You've built these two characters up for so long over the last couple of years with Rey going through this whole journey, and now to do a switcheroo like that out of nowhere. But I want to take a closer look at that shot. Let's just back up here a little bit. Here it is right here. That's pretty unique design. Yeah, that doesn't look like I don't know. It just kind of looks like it could potentially be a dream sequence or a vision of some sort. I just don't see. It doesn't even look real. Like, she doesn't even look right in this. Like, something's off about this whole look here. But I mean, it could just be the video itself. But I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm seeing it as like a dream sequence of some sort. Unless she kills Kylo and then she turns to the dark side because she killed him. But the movie's called Rise of Skywalker. Kylo is a Skywalker. She is not. So it could just be that all this buildup and the big twist at the end of the movie is that Kylo turns to the light side and she turns to the dark side, and that's how it goes down. There's also a theory spinning around that she is the result of an experiment by Palpatine many years ago to kind of keep his line going, so to speak. I don't know. You know how all these Star Wars theories are. You know, people go crazy with these crazy theories, and you go to the movie, and everything's totally unexpected. Kind of like, The Last Jedi. Everybody in the mother thought the world of what they were saying about Snoke and all this and all that, and it just turns out that Snoke is killed with no history or no explanation as to his origins. So, who knows at this point? Maybe the First Order wins. Maybe she does turn to the dark side and the First Order wins all together. That'd be a nice ending for a change of pace. But I don't know. I thought the trailer was, I mean, when you got to the part where you're seeing the new stuff, it got good. But everything before that, to me, was pointless. I mean, you got this long trailer almost half the trailer is all old footage from movies we've seen many times. I mean, to me, it's just kind of like it's almost like you're trying to make up for stuff you haven't put in. And I'm over here. I wanted to see this shot here, real quick, because I mean, this just looks ridiculous. Like, this doesn't even look believable. You know, like, this is just not a good shot, in my opinion. Like, this is who planned this? I mean, we've seen how big these ships are. To see so many of them together like this, it just looks too. I mean, it's an unrealistic movie altogether. I get that. I get that it's, you know, it's a fantasy, sci-fi fantasy, but I don't know, something about this just looks very, very cartoony. To see like this one of the Rebels is really good. Like that to me looks legit. Like we've seen something like that in the Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? But we have never seen this many Star Destroyers in one spot, lined up all the way to the back. It almost reminds me of the if you ever, for those of you, if you've ever seen the movie The Wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall, there's a shot like this similar. I don't know at what point in the movie it's animated, and you just see like all these bombers one after the other in the sky flying, and it looks, and that, but that's a cartoon. You know what I mean? This looks, it just doesn't even look like it could ever be possible, even in a fantasy sci-fi setting, because every time we've seen these ships, we've maybe only seen one or two of them, or maybe a small handful of them all together in space, but not like hundreds in rows going on. I mean, how many people do the First Order have? I mean, how many people, how many soldiers and personnel are in each ship, each Star Destroyer? You know what I mean? And then you multiply that by, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's about 10 going back that you can see, almost as far back as 10. And they're giving the indication that it goes further back than that. I don't know. Probably won't even be in a movie. It's probably just for the trailer, but it looks dumb. It just doesn't look, it just looks dumb. Like, it looks like overkill. You know what I mean? I guess we got an evil C-3PO happening now. I mean, I have no idea what's going. I mean, if nothing else, we'll find out all these crazy answers come December. Then here we have her chopping down trees for whatever reason. I'm sure there's a purpose for that. And this is a nice shot here. This is a great shot of her and Kylo fighting here. I mean, this, that showdown is going to be incredible. But this right here, I don't think means what it's supposed to look like. I have a feeling this is very similar to something that Luke Skywalker faced in on Dagobah in Empire Strikes Back, where he goes into the cave, chops off Darth Vader's head, and then see it's his. I think it's something similar to that, where she sees where she can possibly go if she's not careful. But ultimately, I don't see her becoming a Sith. But who knows? I mean, like I said, Kylo is the Skywalker. As far as we know, she is not. But who knows? There's going to be a big twist at the ending, one way or the other. I just don't know if you make her into a Sith after all these, these last two movies, building her up the way you have. I mean, here's a Jedi that has learned her powers naturally with little to no training. Actually, that's to say no training, because Luke really didn't even train her. So, I mean, you've built her up to be this potent Jedi that's able to learn and utilize the Force with little training, and then you're just going to turn her into a Sith? I don't know if I buy that. So we'll have to see. But I mean, I thought the back half of the trailer was pretty good, but the first half of the trailer was just a complete waste. I mean, you're just showing everybody things they've seen already. And when you have a movie that's this anticipated for a lot of people, I think it's a waste of time to just show. I mean, people have seen those movies millions of times, and I get it. You're trying to tell a story. You're trying to remind everybody. You're trying to use nostalgia, which we know J.J. Abrams is very guilty of. But you can't really bank on that this time. You know, you can't bank on nostalgia. You got to deliver something, and somehow you got to clean up the mess that was The Last Jedi. I know that's my opinion and the opinion of a lot of people, but there's also a lot of people who did like the movie, and for them, they're good. But you know, I'm pretty sure J.J. Abrams has some tricks up his sleeve, hopefully, to clean up the last movie. But I mean, again, second half of the trailer was pretty good. First half was a complete waste. I had zero interest in seeing all that. I don't care what kind of story they're trying to tell. I've seen those movies dozens of times. I know the story. Everybody knows the story. Just cut to the chase. So we'll see. Couple of months. I am looking forward to it. I want to see how they ended it. I did like J.J. Abrams' first time out with The Force Awakens. So since he's back at the helm, I'm a little definitely more optimistic after what was the debacle that was The Last Jedi. But we'll see. What do you guys think of the trailer? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, interesting. I was just going to put the entertainment weekly wrap-up video up, so that's going to be a little dated now that this trailer is out, because I mentioned this being shown at D23, but now we've seen it. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.